Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Just wanted to do a daily recap of the trades I took today. Although most of the stocks that I had on my watch list from yesterday did gap up, the volume wasn't quite there, so I didn't trade them. I did trade GMDA, which I really liked during pre-market. The reason being is, if you switch over to the daily chart, there was a key support level here at around the 660 level. There's this candlestick on April 30th of last year that bounced off the 660 level. And then the next level of support below that was actually going to be 640, which was resistance for this candlestick on June 25th. So there was this huge gap fill that I knew if the stock today was going to fall below that 660 level, it was most likely going to sell off. But if it held above it, there was an opportunity to make money on this stock, and that's exactly what happened today. Although it did break through the 660 level, it reestablished itself pre-market, and I knew the stock was going to gap up as soon as the market opened, and so I jumped in. The only thing I regret is not jumping in with more shares, but either way, I don't typically trade during market open anyways because it's so volatile. But I knew there was an opportunity to get in this quickly because it was so close to this level of support, and I sold half here. I felt this was a resistance level because there was a couple of 3-minute candlesticks bouncing off the 730 level, and then I was hoping we could reach this significant $8 resistant level, which is where I was looking to sell the rest. Unfortunately, I didn't quite reach that, and then obviously in real time, when this came back below the 740 level, I just stopped out and still made money on it, but was hoping it could have gapped up a little higher. And the last stock I wanted to talk about, which is primarily why I'm making this video, is PTGX. And the purpose of this video is to emphasize patience. So typically I like buying stocks that support, but I jumped in on this stock around 1533. The reason being is because I really like the daily setup of the stock. When I was watching this in real time and the way it was moving, I had a very good feeling that it was going to reach this significant level around the 1660 area. And if you zoom out in the chart, you could see why this level is so important. Served as support around these days, resistance around these days. And I knew there was a chance that if we're not going to break it, that we could at least retest the 1660 level again. And so if you switch over to the quick time frame, I jumped in. We did break it briefly, but then it was a false breakout. It pulled back a little bit. I was still holding, it wasn't much. It was just 100 shares. So my risk was very low, and my stop was around this 1515 level. And I didn't wait for my stop. And that's one of the key things I wanted to talk about is always respect your stop, because obviously you never know what's going to happen with the stock. But in real time, the way this thing was moving was a bit slow, and I just decided to sell what I had, which was obviously a bad decision because if I just waited a bit longer after a little bit of consolidation, this thing inevitably did break, and it almost touched the resistance level to a T. It went just above it, but point being is I missed out on about, hang on a second. Yeah, so I missed out on about just over 7%, which obviously for a $15, $16 stock, that's huge. But that's okay. It happens. The whole point of this is to, have patience in day trading, wait for your setup to occur. If you're confident on the daily chart, you're confident in your support and resistance, just see it through. And, if it doesn't work out, just have that stop set in mind. And, I didn't wait for my stop. I just decided to just take my profit when I did, which wasn't even much. It was just $10. So that's okay, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Please leave any questions in the comments below, like and subscribe. And it really helps the channel out. And other than that, I'll see you next time for the next recap. Take care. Bye.